Okay, here we go. We are live right now. Okay. Okay. Starting a lot earlier today. I'm going to be trying to do these streams earlier. I know a lot of people have asked me to do them earlier. Okay. Hello everyone, how you guys doing?
Hello.
Oh, what, did I just hang up on the Vincent call? I think I did. Hey bro, it's good. How do I join your sessions? Well, you'd have to have me added. But I can try to add you after the stream. I do add a lot of people. No, I haven't seen the Outlast Trials trailer. I should take a look at it. But yeah, I'm just I play in these sessions. I have 2,000 people on my friends list, so a lot of people can join me, and it's primarily because if I played in a public session, it would just be really it would be very difficult because people would be coming in trying to kill me repeatedly, blow me up, orbital cannon me, etc. Oh, this is one of the newer cars, right?
Okay.
Oh, I didn't. Ooh. Thanks for starting early, Pro. No problem. I really enjoyed your video on retail and how it affected you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Keep up the great videos. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, man, for the super chat. I appreciate it, man. The earlier streams really help us UK viewers. So thank you, man. You had a bad dream? Wait, what happened? Hey, Joker for life. How are you, man? I haven't seen you in some time. How you been? Hey, Bunny. I might play the Resistance games one day, yes. This should give me a little speed boost when I go down the hill. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you for the super chat. So, here's the thing about this. The document forgery, if you're going to buy a document forgery, get the city one. Document forgery is the only city location that you want to have, because the other locations in Grapeseed, it's actually worse than the city one. The Sandy Shore locations are all better than the city ones. The document forgery only has the good location in the city, because it's right on the highway, so it's easy. Well, I play the other James Bond games. I could look into them. Any new Ace Attorney videos? I'll try to have it up later today. If not today, earlier tomorrow. Have I played Spec Ops: The Line? It's great. No, I haven't, but I actually heard good things about Spec Ops: The Line, and a lot of people have told me that Spec Ops: The Line is the darkest, war game ever, and that I would love to play it. So I'm gonna check it out when I get the chance. Hey Pat, so episode 3 of Bad Bad Season 2 is a separatist episode. Battle droids and even Commander Cody with gray paint instead of orange. Oh, okay, I'll take a look at that. Yeah, the Separatists are always my favorite faction in Star Wars. No, I think I'm fine right now, Casey, but thank you. I tried watching Attorneys. I just couldn't get into it. It's okay, Jay. If you don't like my Ace Attorney videos, you don't have to watch them. It's fine. I perfectly understand. Everybody has their likes and dislikes. Some people like certain games. Some people don't. It's perfectly fine, man. I mean, there's games that other people play that I don't like. I don't watch. So you know, it's fine. Hello, Marco. Yeah, people have wanted me to start earlier. If Tony dies at the end of the Sopranos, who do you think ordered the hit? There's a lot of theories. One theory is that Butch had Tony eliminated just so he could basically, you know, solidify his power, and so he would have no rivalries because basically New Jersey would be completely wiped out if Tony was dead. Because Butch became boss of the New York family after Phil died. There's another theory that it was Patsy who did it as revenge for his brother, and so he could take over the family. Another theory is that Paulie did it, or Paulie had something to do with the hit. There's like a lot of different theories on, you know, who it could have been. Wait, Danny was from San Fierro? Yes, the guy who plays in Manhunt 2 is from San Fierro. Glad you're live. Your streams will help my day go by fast. Hope you're doing great. Thank you, DHC. My favorite car manufacturer in Grand Theft Universe, probably Ubermacht. You think we'll have an empire building in GTA 6 like in Vice City Stories? Oh, you mean like running like a business? I'm sure there's gonna be some kind of business that you can buy. Hey, Fernando. Yes, I'm gonna do a lore video, but it's gonna be about Manhunt 1 and 2 together. I honestly believe that Hattrick's BS almost made Galloway become one of the Smileys, since Galloway's voice actor voiced one of the Smileys, LOL. Thank you, Mr. Waifu. I didn't know that he voiced one of the Smileys. Remember, you told me that. But the thing is, though, is that here's the thing: Galloway, despite being a drunk, is actually one of the least worst teachers in Bully, because he's not plotting anything bad. He just has an alcohol problem. But a lot of the other teachers are, you know, plotting something bad. They're doing something bad. So Galloway, despite being a drunk, is actually probably the least worst teacher in Bully. Yeah, and Hattrick, when Hattrick was threatening to report Galloway, Hattrick wasn't reporting Galloway just because for his drunken behavior. He was threatening to report Galloway just because he didn't like him. Hey, Pro, how are you? Great new video. I'm good, Golden. How are you, man? Auto shop or salvage yard? Salvage yard. The auto shop can be really annoying. The two characters in the auto shop will make you go insane. Second least worst teacher is the music teacher, yeah. But the thing is, the music teacher threatens to blackmail Jimmy, remember that, too. The music teacher basically tells Jimmy that she will fail him unless he performs in that concert, which he didn't have to. So, you know, that was corruption there. I will eventually do a Claude video, Solomon. Patrick, what if we had a Manhunt game that is set in the GTA HD era? Yeah, Rockstar should do a reboot of that. They should do a rebooted, you know, Manhunt. No, he would be a good choice for the antagonist, Lewis. Yusuf and Jamal respect you. Sasanta and Moody Man don't. All the reasons you need. Yep. And the thing is, though, is that, you know, Moody, I'll tell you something. Moody Man and Sasanta are so stupid, too, because, you know that part when they have your character, like, basically try to sniff, like, cocaine, just to see if, like, you're a cop on that part, and you're, like, about to do it, and then they say, no, it's fine, you were gonna do it. But the thing is, though, is that criminals actually used to do that test to see if somebody was an undercover cop, like, they would make them take a little bit of drugs to see if they would do it or not. But the thing about that is that doesn't work anymore. Because there was like a case, it was in the 80s or in the 90s, I'm trying to remember, but it was like a few decades ago. There was a DEA agent who was undercover in some gang or cartel, and they basically tried to make him, you know, sniff drugs just to test it to see if he was a cop, and he didn't do it, and they shot and killed him. And and after that case happened, it was because cops were not allowed to do that. They weren't allowed to you know, use drugs even if their life depended on it. But now, the rules have changed. I'm pretty sure that they're allowed to do it now. So if their life is in danger, if it's like some kind of test, they can do it. Okay. I don't know, Red Mute. I don't want to give a date on all these lore videos because I have so many ideas for so many lore projects, but... yeah, and that's the worst one. Unconverting. What's your opinion on Chicago removing police from schools? I didn't know that Chicago removed police from schools, but if they did, that's stupid. The Innocents the most creepiest Rockstar gang, in my opinion. Aren't the Innocents... oh, hang on. Here. Aren't the Innocents basically a bunch of rapists in Manhunt? If that's the case, they are disturbing. I remember, don't they have, like, the satanic star on them, too? But yeah, they were the ones who killed Cash's family, I remember, in Manhunt 1. Everyone votes for the professional sheep taco man in 2024 presidential election. Help save the world with sheep tacos. If elected, they will end world hunger. Thank you, Own Titan. Thanks, man. Yeah, sheep tacos cause the world to go round. They'll never make Manhunt 3 in today's day and age. Yep. Any hopes and expectations for GTA 6 Online? You know, I'll actually make a poll about this right now. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you for the super chat. Let me make a poll on this right now. You gave me a great idea there, Isaac. Okay, hang on. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna make a pretty funny poll. It's gonna be about GTA 6. Just give me 1 second. This is gonna be a good poll. Okay, hang on.
It's sale day. Okay, we're throwing this stuff out with the trash. Pick up the product, get it to the drops.
Okay, hang on, I'm just putting up, it's a poll, Okay, I'm posting the poll right now. It's about the GTA Online servers. GTA 6 servers. Okay, here we go. I don't know when I'll do the Claude video, but I'll do one. Thank you, Isaac. Check out the poll I just posted. Can I do a playthrough Smuggler's Run in 2? Isn't that the game that Rockstar made, Smuggler's Run? I'll look into that game, Janet. When is the Cluck and Bell Heist dropping? I don't know. Rockstar said in a couple of weeks, which is kind of weird. So can I ask the chat? Does anybody know? Cluck and Bell is not the Cluck and Bell Heist is not part of the Salvage Yard DLC, is it? It's a separate DLC, right? Because I originally thought that it was a Salvage Yard robbery. That's what I thought. I thought you were gonna do it from the Salvage Yard. I didn't think it was gonna be a separate DLC. Also, I liked Zombfected's stream that you were on. Well, thank you, Mr. Waifu. Thanks, man. Thank you for checking out my friend's stream. Yeah, Zombfected is a great friend of mine. He's a great streamer. Thank you. I'm 70. I'm 70 for Blazin'. Thank you for this super chat. Thank you, man. Thank you for the second super chat. Wow, two $20 super chats. Thank you. Thank you, man. You are awesome. Thank you. The poll is just up. I love your Medal of Honor and now Manhunt 2 videos. Thank you, Jay. Well, Jay, you'll be happy to know I still have one more Pacific Assault video coming up. It's going to be a documentary. And then I'm going to have a video on another Medal of Honor game later in March. Let's take a look at the poll. Yeah, most people are voting for the GTA 6 servers being horrible. Cluck and Bell is drip feed from Salvage Yard, is it? The poll is on YouTube. Check out my community post and you'll see it. I haven't watched that new Walking Dead Rick show. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, but I want to do Spider-Man 1 one day, first. What's your question, Aki? What kind of villain would you like in GTA 6? Like a cartel boss to be the main antagonist? Your helicopter's high because it's smoking. It might not be a year, because I think Red Dead Redemption 2 came out like half a year after on PC. Do you have a knowledge of understanding people's behavior? I forgot what it's called. Psychology? Is that what you're talking about? I wonder what we're stealing. Chicken nuggets inside the Cluckenbell heist. Nice to catch up, though this cheered you up. Thank you, Lieber. Thanks, man. What's your opinion on PMCs? You mean private military contractors? Private military contractors are, they can be a good and a bad thing, but I would say most of the time they're a bad thing, most of the time. Like, for example, the two most known private military contractors in the world are the, Blackwater, the American contractors, which is basically Merryweather's a parody of them. Blackwater have been involved in numerous corruption scandals. They've been involved in brutality in the Middle East, too. So they've been responsible for murder of civilians as well. Private military contractors, it's a lot harder to control and restrain them in war than it is, regular, soldiers from a country's government and army, because they're private contractors. That's basically what a private military contractor is, or a mercenary. They're basically a soldier for hire. That's pretty much what they are. The second most well-known, private military contractor group is the Wagner Group, the Russian mercenary group, which is also, guilty of war crimes and guilty of, doing horrible things. So these private military contractors, for the most part, I would say, they're just really bad people in general. They're not good people. The only time I would consider private military contractors to be good people is the ones who work on ships. So the ones who work on ships, those guys are private military contractors. So occasionally you will see like these guys that are like on cargo ships that have like body armor and assault rifle. Those guys are also PMCs. They're mercenaries, but those guys are not involved in any kind of like offensive operation. They're not involved in that. All they basically are there is to protect the ships from pirates, and those guys do a good job protecting ships from pirates. So those guys I wouldn't say are bad guys, but like when it comes to like other people like Wagner and Blackwater, those are some pretty bad guys. Okay, let me see. Good as 2 in, from Army of 2, and bad as in SOCOM bad. Or SC bad? What do you mean? Oh, SC Call of Duty. Shadow Company in Call of Duty, yeah. I got Destroy All Humans, probably one of my favorite games now. Thank you, Feline Kings. I hope you're playing the remake, because the remake is actually better than the original, even. Thank you, Feline Kings. Is that an LA Noir cosplay? No, this is my Florida mobster cosplay. This is what this is. Pro, what do you think about the history of my country, Montenegro? Also, I don't have money to donate to you, sadly. It doesn't work in my country, supporting you through comments. Well, I will say, though, Aki, is, you don't have to apologize for that, and you don't have to donate to me. I just want to make that clear. Like, there are some people that think that they have to donate to me. They don't. I have, in my entire time of streaming on YouTube for, how long have I been streaming on YouTube with, super chats on for probably, 7 years at this point. My 7 years of streaming, there has not been one instance in those 7 years where I have ever asked for a donation on stream. I have never ever done that and never will. Donations are on as an option if people want to, and I greatly appreciate it when people do donate, but I don't want people to feel like they have to donate. There's no obligation to donate to me. You don't have to donate to me, and you don't have to donate to me for me to be your friend or for me to respond to your comment or even play with you. If you donate to me, I'll read your comment right away because I see it glowing and I want to thank you for it, but I don't want people to feel like they have to donate to me. There's like other YouTubers that basically guilt trip their audience into like donating to them. I never pull crap like that. So it's you don't have to donate to me. You don't have to feel bad for that. Also, it's and if anybody and no matter what people donate to me, I always appreciate any amount. So it's don't feel bad if you can't donate, and don't feel bad on the amount. Also, is there's no, like I said, there's no obligation. You don't have to donate to me. It's perfectly fine. And what I will say also is even if you don't, even if you never donate to me, you are still helping me out tremendously. I want you to know that, because most YouTubers get their money from ad revenue. That's where they get the vast majority of their money from. So even if you don't, donate to me, you're still helping me tremendously by, you know, watching my videos, ads pop up for you. So you are still, like, you know, you watch the video, you help the algorithm, you drop a like, you're subscribed. So, you know, that helps me out tremendously. Okay. Right to this point. Okay, 2 miles. Pro, you're so down to earth and you're still overall a good person. Have a nice day. Thank you, Lald. I will say though that if you ever have, like, if you're ever watching like a YouTuber and that YouTuber, they basically tell you, you know, donate to them because you're getting free content. If you ever have a YouTuber that says that, because I've noticed that a lot of scummy YouTubers do that, where they basically guilt trip their audience and then they tell their audience, you know, you have to donate because you're getting free content, blah, 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 this. If you ever hear a YouTuber just say that, just tell them that we're not getting free content, because if it was totally free content, you would basically be watching without ads. But anytime you watch stuff with ads on it, that's not free content. A lot of people think that it's free just because it has ads on it, but it's not. Maybe you're not paying something for it, but you're still having a service recommended to you through that. It's interrupting your programming. So that's so that is how the YouTuber gets, you know, paid, mostly through the ad revenue. So if you have a YouTuber that says to you that, you know, oh, you know, you're getting free content and, you know, you have to donate, blah, 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 you just tell them that, no, we're not getting free content because we're watching your content and there's ads on it. So that's you say that to those YouTubers. You know, don't let them guilt trip you into donating to them. My mental health was neutral until I found your channel. Oh, well, as God, I was able to help you, Rex. Professional, when GTA 6 comes out on PC, do you think the hacking problem will be fixed, or do you think they will persist? PC is almost unplayable online. What I will say, though, is if there are hackers in GTA 6 online, and it's like the first week of the game, that is going to be so embarrassing for Rockstar, it's going to make them look completely stupid. But the amount of sales that GTA 6 is going to get, I don't think that Rockstar is going to care, to be honest. Because, like, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody let me in the chat know. But GTA Online uses peer-to-peer hosting. It's not dedicated servers, right? It's peer-to-peer. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. I'm pretty sure it's peer-to-peer hosting. If you ever plan on playing James Bond game, play GoldenEye 007 if you're up for a challenge. I'll look into it, DHC. Yes, okay, it is peer-to-peer. So, I'm just trying to remember this. Peer-to-peer hosting, correct me if I'm wrong on this, is basically when one person's internet connection is holding up the entire lobby, right? And dedicated servers are where everybody's basically sharing like a connection. Am I right on that? So, so the thing about this is peer-to-peer servers are generally cheap. That's ultimately why a lot of games use peer-to-peer, because they're cheap. They're cheaper than dedicated. Dedicated servers are, you know, they provide, they're a little bit more expensive. But the thing is, though, is when you think about it, Rockstar is a multi-billion-dollar company. There really is no reason on why Rockstar should not have dedicated servers in their game. There really is no reason for why they shouldn't. Enter a boat. Okay. Let's get over to those boats. Honestly, I prefer Claude's background to be shouted in mystery. I think that's actually a little cooler. Is this... Oh, these boats are all the way... Can I tell the key fob story again? Oh, no. Probably not, man, because that one is just such a long story. It's just that story I'll probably be telling for 10 minutes because it's just such a long one. And some people have probably already heard it already here. Maybe in the future I'll tell it again, but it's top 5 GTA games. I think the best GTA game of all time is GTA 4. Because I just like its dark atmosphere. I think the second best GTA game of all time is probably San Andreas. The third best GTA game, I would probably put in Vice City. Vice City or Vice City Stories, probably a tie between the two because they're both really good games. Fourth, I would put GTA 5. And fifth best GTA game, I would probably put at Liberty City Stories. Yeah. Is this your living or do you have a job? I make money from numerous sources. My main source, I would say that 70% of all of my money comes from YouTube. So more than half of my money comes from YouTube. I would say that about 20% of my money comes from my rental property. And then the other 10% of my money, they come from Robinhood the high interest yield savings, which is like 5% back every year. How could Darian disarm Latouche? I don't know. And the thing is, Latouche would be paranoid because he knew that the guy would be after him. I wish they explained that a little bit more, how he did that. But also, do you know what they never explained, Lewis? They never explained how Darian managed to knock Maki out and drag Mr. Latouche's body all the way up to that stage without anybody seeing that. They didn't explain how he did that. Do you think that Dahlia Halford is Iris poisoned the other judge, the one with the yellow beard, who was the younger brother of the other judge, as his brother said he fell ill and fainted? I don't remember that part of the story with the other judge. I do remember Dahlia Halford, how she was Phoenix's girlfriend. She was like really evil, very manipulative. I remember that. Hey, Professional, I just wanted to know top 5 GTA games. Oh, yeah, I've answered that one before. Thank you, EDR, for the super chat. When will I be playing Wolfenstein series? Thank you, Pranav. Sawant. I will eventually do them. I have the Wolfenstein 2014 game. I didn't play the second one, but I will consider playing them. Hello, Pro, and everyone. I recently started watching your playthrough, the Ace Attorney Chronicles, and I'm enjoying the playthrough so far. Hope you and everyone in the chat is doing well. Thank you, Aussie Guy. And I will be doing, the next part of Apollo Ace Attorney Trilogy. I'll try to have it up tonight. Top historical presidents that did bad to indigenous people. I would say, Andrew Jackson is the president that did the most damage to the Native Americans. You had the Trail of Tears, and the Native Americans actually won a court case where they actually were able to stay on the land that they had, but Jackson basically defied the court and still had thrown them off their land. So I'd say Jackson is probably the most brutal. I'm trying to think of the other ones. Jackson, I think it was Polk was one as well. Polk was pretty brutal as well. Yeah, I'd have to. Oh, this is weird. This drop is back there, and then I gotta go here. Why didn't you consider teaching history as a profession? I don't know if I'd be one for like teaching history. I like reading it, but I don't know if I'd be one for like teaching it necessarily. How would you handle the YouTube clickbait problem if in charge? Honestly, Honestly, what I would do is, to handle the YouTube clickbait problem is I wouldn't take videos down for clickbait. And the reason I wouldn't do that is because there is just so many different things that you could accuse of being clickbait. Because some YouTubers have, like, clickbait in their videos as, like, kind of like a joke at the start, but then the rest of their video is serious. So it's not, like, meant to troll. But it's, what I would do instead is I would, to fix the clickbait problem on YouTube, what I would do instead is I would do exactly what Elon Musk did with Twitter. You know, on Twitter, that, like, when somebody makes, like, a statement on Twitter, that there's, like, they show a picture or video, there's, like, a little post underneath that, which tells you, like, the real backstory behind it. Like, if I could, like, I would do something like that, where, like, the bottom of their YouTube video would be, like, this little pop-up that would just say, like, there is no credible information on the game GTA 6, like, none of these leakers have been, like, you know, truthful, there's no evidence behind this claim, or you could have, like, a little disclaimer, like, this channel has been, like, associated with, like, a lot of clickbait in the past. You could have something like that, like, basically at the bottom of their videos.
Cryptocurrency received, so I guess we have a sale. Transferring now. Long John over.
Okay. Do you still think that Don Percival, the leader of Merryweather, will still make an appearance in Grand Theft Auto 6? Oh, it's definitely possible, Aussie guy. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, man. But it's definitely possible. Because remember, they got kicked out of San Andreas. I did like the retail video. The best manager I had got fired for being too nice, understanding to employees. They wanted me to be promoted for $1. So you encountered the promotion scam. The promotion scam is basically where they try to promote you to supervisor, and they just offer to pay you like $1 more, but what they do instead is they throw like 3 times more work on you. That is not, you know, worth it for an extra $1 an hour. But that's it, is, you know, good managers don't tend to last long in retail. That's the really sad thing about it. I'm enjoying your new playthrough as well. Thank you, Aussie guy. Would you clickbait if you needed some views? No, I would never do that. No. There is only one day of the entire year that I clickbait. Only one day, and that is April Fool's, and that's for obvious reasons. Every April Fool's, I tend to upload like a clickbait video that's not real, but there's a reason for that. It's April Fool's. But no, I would not upload, you know, any clickbait videos, you know, normally. I would not do something like that. Because, you know, I care a lot about the reputation of my channel. I care about what people think of me, and I don't want people coming to my channel and thinking of me as being, like, some dishonest scumbag. And that's the thing is, though, if you look at some of these, some of these channels have, like, millions more subscribers than me. But if you look at the vast majority of their comments, are just people pissed off. Just, like, you know, saying, like, you know, you tricked me, like, this video's BS. Where, like, my videos might not be as popular, but, like, you look at them, even, like, the playthroughs, like, the Ace Attorney parts, which aren't, you know, that popular compared to my other one, and most people are very positive about the video, and they like the game that I'm playing. So... let me see here, Hey, Pro, me and my girlfriend have been watching your streams for ages and love them. Any plans to play Oblivion or the Dead Rising games? Those are actually 2 of my very favorite games, and I do plan on playing both eventually. One day I'll play both of them, yes. Thank you, Jimmers. And I've actually... Oblivion, I would say, is probably my #1 played game of 2006. Like, in 2006, I played Oblivion more than any other game. I completed, like, every single quest in Oblivion, like I did everything in Oblivion. I loved Oblivion so much. It was such a great game. You know, when people think of Oblivion, they typically think of that game with, like, the really psycho NPCs, but Oblivion is actually a masterpiece, and it actually is a really good game. And Dead Rising, I will probably do that at the end of March. Pad, you see, I made 800 rank finally on GTA. Oh, you did? Right. Oh, you did. I see it. Rank 800. Congratulations, Casey. Thoughts on Pyrium Gaming? Oh, he's a good guy. I haven't talked to him in years, though. The last time I talked to him was when we made a video together, like, years ago, but he's a good guy. Will there be original Battlefront streams in the future? Yes. Professional, you're a professional. Thank you, man. When am I going to do another in real life video? That will probably be up next week. I have an idea for an in real life video that I want to make, and it's that real life video game location that I visited. I have it recorded. I just haven't had the chance to upload it.
Looks like you...
Okay. Wait, what's wrong, War Clips? I want background themes for PS5. 4 years and still nothing pathetic. I agree with you, Phoenix. Why does PS5 not have any themes? What the hell? There is no themes on PlayStation 5. Why? You know, I would say my favorite theme of all time, and I didn't even get the chance to look at the theme for very long because it's shortly before the PS5 came out, but my favorite theme of all time is the Ghost of Tsushima theme, the PS4 theme. That was my favorite one. Like the fields and like you see the flowers blowing in the distance. That was like my favorite theme. Do you have a PC too? Yes, I do. A gaming PC.
We selling? Huh? Okay. The buyer wants an airdrop. The product's loaded and waiting at the helipad.
Don't go where, Danny? GTA 6, there will be a GTA 6 trailer probably in spring. I'm not saying 100%, but I'm saying probably in spring. Oh, there's only 2 people in the MC? Oh, I didn't even realize. Okay. WRV, if you could invite more people after this, please. Or wait, there's somebody's in every single MC. Never mind. This isn't gonna be too bad though. Theory on what happened after Tony was killed in Sopranos. Any Sopranos lore videos in the future? Either Patsy or Polly took over. Did you ever see that Russian movie? It's heavily based on GTA 4. It's called, I cannot read that. There are many characters in the movie that are based on characters like Nico and Roman. I doubt you'd seen it. No, I haven't. Do you think Gavin from Walking Dead should have lived? You talking about the cannibal guy? No. No, he was too dangerous to be kept alive. Do you think you play Days Gone? I did a stream in Days Gone in the past. I could do one again in the future. Any tips on getting back to YouTube after being away for a month? You probably should make a channel update video, probably explaining to your subscribers where you were, what's going on, and like the future plans of your channel. Subscribers do generally appreciate that. Thank you, American Loyalist, and thank you, DHC. Yeah, I know Nico's not Russian. Gavin was Negan's lieutenant. Oh, then what was the name of the guy, the cannibal guy they killed? That was the Determinist guy. That's what I was thinking of then. You gonna come back to the party after the stream? Yeah, I will, Melon. Gareth. Oh, Gareth was from Terminus. Okay, then I mixed it up, okay. Okay, well, Gavin's the one the kid killed? Yeah, I mean, he probably... I remember him. That's the part I finished watching up until that point. Yeah, he wasn't really a, you know, he wasn't as bad as some of the other people, so yeah, no. Probably not, Any tips on becoming a YouTuber? I have 117 subscribers. Try to do, consistent content, like a schedule. Try to do streams. When people come to your streams, try to leave comments, reply to as many of them as you can. Ace Attorney is great, thank you, Danny. You played Battlefield Bad Company 2 online, but only campaign in Bad Company 1. I played a little bit of Bad Company 1 online. Not that much. The Gold Rush, that was the thing that they think they had, the gold mode, I remember that. Do you think Trevor and Michael are Kane and Lynch ripoffs? They're pretty similar. In a way, yeah. It's really similar. It's like, you know, two heist guys. Like, you know, one's like, one's much more calculating, which is Michael, and then the other one's like a complete psycho, like Trevor and Lynch. I haven't played Battlefront 2 in like a year, I think. I don't think Dahlia's twin was evil, though, right, CT? I remember she was in the final case. She was the one accused of murder in the final case. Maybe in a way, Lynch can be smart also. Oh, you're not late, don't worry about it, man. Watch whatever you want. Bro, if Rockstar decided to kill off Trevor, would you like that as he dies in some stupid way as Johnny from The Lost and Damned? No. Even though I think Johnny's death was stupid, I don't want them to do that to another, you know, protagonist. Do you think Tony Cipriani assassinated CJ? No. I don't. Oh, because I guess Lynch was probably on his medication. That's probably why. And also, I think that Lynch, because he met Sue, if you notice, Lynch becomes a lot more unstable after Sue dies. So when he met Sue, I guess that was like he met a woman that he was in love with. I guess that changed him a bit too. He stopped being a psychotic, but then he basically relapsed after Sue died. Why did some people make fun of tragic things that happen to some YouTubers? I don't know. Is there a specific case that you're thinking of, random gamer? But I don't know. It's people are just messed up. Have you heard of an incident where the owners of a candle factory refused to allow the employees to take cover during an active tornado under threat of termination? Eight ended up getting killed. Oh, no, I didn't hear about this. Where did this happen? That's horrible. Hi, it's my birthday next week. Can I get a shout out, please? Oh, hello, Ahmed Al-Said. Al-Said Smiles. Check out his channel, guys, there. Happy early birthday, Ahmed. Hey, Pro, I recently quit a job at Family Dollar in New York City. Guy threatened me with a gun. Crackheads and homeless people are stealing like crazy. Felt like working in hell. Best of luck and God bless from New York City. Oh, thank you, Mr. Sentry, for the comment, but I'm sorry that you go through that. I tell you, New York City is not the same place that I grew up anymore. It isn't. New York City, do you know what they do in New York City? They even chain ice cream doors shut. So, like, the freezers in, like, stores, some of them will be, like, chained shut. And, like, you need to, like, call up, like, a supervisor. They need to come over with a key and unlock it so you can get ice cream. So, like, the stealing has gotten so out of control in New York that people are even stealing ice cream. It's ridiculous. Now, random gamer, are you still here? Is there a specific case that you were talking about? I've seen some YouTubers where their family members dies and how their deaths affect them. Most of the comments are positive, but some people make those bad comments. What? What? Why would somebody... WRV, can you please wait? Wait, don't sell yet. Don't sell. Hang on, Leslie, once you deliver that truck, can you please join WRV's, MC? WRV, can you invite Leslie? You're gonna have to invite through Rivals, because he's a CEO, he's inviting Rivals. And invite him once he delivers that truck, because he's just in the middle of a mission. Invite him so we'll just have an extra guy, because it's gonna make it much harder for us to do these missions with just 2 people. The top 4 evil saviors in The Walking Dead. The long-haired guy who killed the kid, I forget his name. The guy who tried to rape Sasha. Simon. Simon is probably the worst one of them all. And then there's also, you know, the bikers that are part of the bikers are pretty bad people too. Well, Beta's not part of the saviors, but yeah, I get what you mean on converting. Did I kill Larry in the Walking Dead game? Larry? Oh, you mean that, like, really big guy that just hates Lee? That has, like, the heart attack in the freezer? Is that, like, who you're talking about, that guy? No, I tried to save him. Thoughts on U.S. Navy SEALs were some of the most toughest elite units. I could never, I could not even do half of what the Navy SEALs do. Like, the training they do, I couldn't even do half their training. No, we don't know WRV. That's horrible, Blade of Stars. What YouTuber was this? That's horrible. Some people are really messed up. Okay, he's gonna deliver in this one moment. He's using the Phantom Wedge. Smart man there. Phantom Wedge is a much quicker way to do haulage. Truck's faster and you can push everything out of the way. Just wait, WRV. Wait until he's about to deliver. Oh, we do have 3? Well, you can still invite Leslie, because Leslie's about to finish, so... This was recent Blade of Stars? That's horrible. Did I see YTPs about you? What's YTP? My favorite game ever made is Saints Row 2. What is that? YouTube poop? What is that? Was that like a channel or something? No, I don't know what that is. Okay. What, they made a video about me? And invite Leslie now, WRV. You're gonna have to go into Rivals. When you're invite, go to Rivals and invite him, M. Leslie. Or Leslie's not in the CEO anymore, just invite him. A YouTube poop is when they parody or make fun of someone using famous using snippets of what they said but taken away out of the context. What? Well, I'll take a look at it later then. Oh, for me, I'm Central US time. It's 5:10 p.m. for me. Whoa, whoa, what the? No, not the post-op van. Oh my god. The mugger has the post-op van. He literally has the van with cargo. He just drove off with the van. There's an NPC driving the cargo van right now. Hang on, I'm gonna stop him. This is... Oh my god, this is, Is he actually going to the destination? Where is he going right now? Oh, great. How did it say WRV just killed me? I just literally crashed into a post-op van. Okay, okay. Hang on, don't kill him. I want to see this right now. This is just... I was just generally curious where he was going to drive to, but... Okay, I'll take it now. Yeah, I probably will make that into a short. Yeah, that was... He literally stole a post-op van. Yeah, guns are a little bit better in Manhunt too, but they're still a little clunky. Okay, I'll see you, Caleb. Take care, man. Professional memes be like the middle of the ocean. Professional, I know where that is. I actually seen like a meme of that where it's like a picture of the ocean and there's a picture of my face. Like, hey, I know where that is. The GT Online mission there. Okay, when you were ranking the GTA games earlier, did you include the Lost and Damned and the Ballad of Gay Tony as part of 4? Yes. I usually include them as part of 4. I don't like to talk about them as separate games. I usually like to include them as part of 4. Hey Pro, I can't wait to see 100% San Andreas. I did it twice, let me tell you, it's a journey, but the rewards are so worth it. Thank you, Chrysler L. Thank you for the super chat. I will do 100% on San Andreas one day, yes. I don't think there's anything political about GTA 5. I think, if anything, I think the game that was the most political akimbo was Saints Row Reboot. Saints Row Reboot had a lot of politics in it. You know, the thing that made me cringe so much is when they were talking about climate change in the Saints Row Reboot, and I was basically thinking to myself, like, what gangster is going to care about climate change? Like, I cannot believe that they actually brought that up in the Saints Row Reboot. Yeah, I could, David. Money fight. Yep. Dinner and a show, baby. Ugh. You're making me cringe right now. I remember Kevin says that, Jorge. Saints Row Reboot cast throwing soup at museum paintings. I could imagine them doing that too. Hey Pro, this is just a theory, but in Manhunt 2, I think Leo is probably Danny's alter ego, or possibly a Johnny Silverhand situation for Cyberpunk. Well, that I'm basically thinking that I had a theory that Leo wasn't real. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that he's fake. That he's not a real person. I think Leo is just a hallucination of what Danny was thinking earlier. But now I'm not so sure. I don't know. Maybe he actually is real. Maybe he's not a hallucination because you played as him. So I don't know now. Now I think he might be real now. Because like the first time that I saw Leo with like him disappearing and talking to you, I was basically getting like Reznov vibes from Black Ops 1. That's basically what I was thinking, like Reznov. But I related to Review Bra. You're talking about that guy that sits in suits and reviews fast food, right? That guy's my cousin. No, I'm joking. He's not my cousin. But a lot of people basically think that we're like brothers or something like that. I didn't even know who the guy was, and like I looked up his channel once because people kept telling me, look up Review Bra, and I could see where people think that I'm like him. We both dress up in suits. We both have a very similar personality. What's funny is from the Saints Row reboot, removed some of the cringe dialogue in an update, lol, and the LARP DLC is the worst thing I ever played. I've never actually played the LARP DLC. I still haven't played it. Thank you, Bunny, for the super chat. Maybe you should collab with Review, bruh. Maybe. This is step 1. Secure the keys. Remember that, too. You know the thing, you know what the crazy thing about Vorkuta is? The Vorkuta uprising that happens in Black Ops 1, that was actually real. That actually happened. The prisoners actually revolted. That was a real event. And they actually took over the Gulag, and they actually got to the armory, and they got the guns, and they started shooting at the, Soviet soldiers there. So, and what ended up happening with Vorkuta is the prisoners actually won it first, and they took over the, they completely took over the Gulag, and they fortified it, basically. But what happened was the Soviet army then came back with tanks and took it over and killed everyone. So nobody made it out of Vorkuta alive, but Mason was the only one who apparently made it out of Vorkuta alive, but that was a real uprising that really happened. They took over the Gulag. It was people can only take oppression for so much longer. Eventually, even the most peaceful people, when they're oppressed enough, are gonna snap. And so that was what happened. Is the prisoners were tired of all the slave labor. They were tired of being mistreated, and they rose up. It's kind of amazing that they managed to plan that whole thing out and not get caught before the plan actually happened. Because usually when you have that many people involved in a plan, somebody gets caught before the whole thing happens. Hey, Pro, when are you going to talk about the ongoing genocide that has been happening in Palestine for 78 years? No one seems to care. I try my hardest to talk about it, but no one cares. Thank you for the super chat, Silent Pipe. I don't really like to talk much about current events. What I say is I'm on the side of peace. I want, violence to stop. I want all the killing to stop. I want both sides to stop. And that's, I just don't get much into current events, but that's what I will just say about it. I'm on the side of peace. I'm not on either side. I'm just on the side of peace, and I just want the violence and the killing to end. It's horrible what's going on there right now. I've seen pictures of what the city looks like, and it's like a crater right now. But that's my answer. I hope I hope you agree with me. I'm on the side of peace. I'm not on any side. I just want the killing to end. Pro is like a broken record, always saying, well, it's a nasty habit. I don't want to do that. It's just been happening. I mean, do you agree with me, Silent Pipe? And thank you for the super chat. Who are better warriors, Wookiees or Gungans? Wookiees, I would say, probably. The best warriors in Star Wars are probably the Transoceans, though. They are probably the best warriors. Do you think Leo from Manhunt 2 reminds you of Gary? Not really. No, I don't. Hey, Pro, I'm loving your Manhunt 2 series. Did George Washington have an English-American accent since he was born in colonial times? Do the gulags still exist? The gulags... I think the gulags still pretty much exist. There are, like, Arctic prisons in Russia that have pretty much very similar conditions to the gulags back then. Thank you, I don't know. Thank you for the super chat. Love your video on retail. Love your GTA content. Thank you, man. Pro, you said in your Kane and Lynch Deadman plate walkthrough you played a lot of Fragile Alliance. Do you have Kane or Lynch there? Well, the thing is, in the booklet, in the Kane and Lynch booklet, it actually says that the #1 person in the world plays as Kane, and the #2 best player in the world plays as Lynch. That's what it says in the official Kane and Lynch booklet. So when you play the multiplayer, apparently the #1 in the world plays as Kane, and #2 plays as Lynch. But I actually was in a lobby with the #1 guy in the world on Kane and Lynch on Fragile Alliance, and he was not Kane. And I seen the #2 guy in a lobby back then, he was not Lynch. So I think that whole rumor was false. Damn, what's my light? What's wrong with my light right now? Sorry, guys. It was, Do you remember all 8 of Reznov's steps in order to escape Vorkuta? Step 1, secure the keys. Step 2, ascend from darkness. I don't remember. I remember step 8 is freedom, though. But, Silent, are you still here? Thank you for that super chat. Step 3, rain fire. Oh, it's... Yeah, this is live. Did George Washington have an English-American accent? George Washington had a more of a colonial American accent. If anybody has ever watched, the TV show Turn Washington Spies, if you hear how George Washington talks in that, that's pretty much how George Washington talked back then. What did I just hit? Oh, that was a mugger? Okay. Skewer the Winged Beast. Oh, that's what it was. I don't. It's clear regarding which side is commenting a genocide. If you stand for no side and you don't stand for peace, I'm a bit disappointed, but I guess this world isn't fair anyway. This is not a complicated issue. I just, like I said, Silent Pipe, I'm just on the side of peace. I just want all the violence and all the killing to end. You know, both sides have just done bad things in that conflict, and I don't take a side in it. I'm just generally on the side of peace, and I just want the killing and the violence to stop. That's just my my position on it. I appreciate the super chat, but I don't think it's fair to say that I'm not for peace when I'm saying I'm not taking a side in that. I just want the violence to end. That's not Okay, 3 miles here. Okay, 2 miles. He's not saying that you don't stand for peace. I think you misunderstood that, if you stand for no side, then you don't stand for peace. Well, like I said, I appreciate the super chat, but I just, it's like I said, I don't have a position in that conflict. I don't take a side in that conflict. I just basically want both sides to stop, and I want, you know, peace, and I hope that there's some kind of resolution that everyone can live in harmony one day. That's just my position on it. There is a method to make money quick in Kane and Lynch 2. What is that? Golden Stripe. I'm on the side of people not dying. Yeah, bro, Jackson, I agree with you there. We want the fighting to stop, and we want peace. No sides need to be taken, yeah. What do you think the worst Soviet leader was? The worst Soviet leader, Stalin. Yeah, Stalin was. Do you know that George Washington's relatives were from a town called Washington, the UK? No, I didn't know that. Okay. What do you think about the Indian politician whose parents named him Stalin to honor Stalin as he died 4 days after? Here is what I will tell you about that. Is that guy is a scumbag. The guy whose name's Stalin. The Indian politician, I know who you're talking about. He's a communist politician. You've told me about him before. That's in India. His name is Stalin. The thing is, what I will say about him is the guy's a scumbag, because you can't control what your parents name you. If your parents name you after some, you know, genocidal maniac, you know, there's nothing you can do about that. However, though, when you get older, you can change your name. Like, if my parents named me after some genocidal maniac, I would do everything in my power when I was an adult to basically change my name. I wouldn't want my name to be Hitler or Stalin or something else. You know, I would do everything in my power to basically change my name. And so for that guy to not change his name when he's an adult after his name is still Stalin, and for him to, like, you know, endorse communism in India, like I said, that guy is a Stalin. That guy is a complete scumbag. And what I will say is, if that guy actually visited Poland, my parents' country, he might actually have legal problems if he comes into Poland. He might be denied entry into Poland simply just because of his name, Stalin, because any Stalin material is illegal in Poland. So if there's like any propaganda pictures of Stalin or any of that stuff, that is illegal in Poland. And so if that guy, you know, came in with that name, he probably would be banned from the country. I hope in GTA 6 we play as Jason and Lucia for the first half of the game, and it's Nico Bellic in the second half. Nico's worthy of appearing again. Well, Nico's gonna be much older. I don't think he's gonna appear, but I do appreciate the super chat, Suspect 13. Thank you. Here, let's drop, okay. Yeah, but they could always get another actor to voice him, Golden Stripe, that's the thing. Well, he probably couldn't do anything because he's in prison at that point. The son of Stalin said that he wants to eradicate Hinduism, and religions are like an illness. Here's the thing about this is communists have just hate religion just pretty much everywhere where they are. And in India, the Communist Party in India goes after Hinduism the most because Hinduism is the majority religion. Whatever the majority religion is in a country, communists go after it because Karl Marx wrote in the Communist Manifesto that religion is like the opium of the masses, that it's like the drug of the masses. Karl Marx basically thinks that religion is like a tool for capitalism to basically brainwash people. That is basically what communists think of religion. But the ironic thing about this is that communism itself is actually like a religion when you think about it. You could even argue that it's actually more than like a religion. You can argue that communism is like a cult in a way. That's what you could argue about it. So it's so ironic how communists are so against religion, but yet their entire ideology is set up like a cult, basically. Because that's what I always said is there is a difference between capitalism and communism, and not just in the economic sense. Because capitalism, for the most part, is a economic system, for the most part. Communism is an economic system, but it's also an ideology. You know, capitalism is just so much stuff. Like, capitalism, you could have a democracy, you could have a dictatorship, you could have, like, a corrupt, country. So capitalism, you could have so many different governments under capitalism, everything from a democracy to a dictatorship. But under communism, every single time you're going to have a dictatorship. It's always a dictatorship. There's not one communist country in history that has not been a dictatorship. Every single communist country in history has been a dictatorship. And the reason that every single communist country has been a dictatorship is because you can't enforce a system like that, like a system where everybody's basically the working class, there is no private property, without it being a dictatorship. So it's always by default just going to be a dictatorship. China is a dictatorship, it is. It's a one-party state. One-party state is a nice word for basically dictatorship. That's what a one-party state is. So whenever you hear the term one-party state, it's a dictatorship. That's what it is. It's one-party state is basically like the nice way of saying a dictatorship. That's like a nice way of saying dictatorship. What about Yugoslavia? Yugoslavia was still a dictatorship. Yugoslavia was more free than a lot of the other communist countries, but it was still a dictatorship. What do you think the world would look like if the Soviet Union still existed? probably not a good place. If here's the thing is if Gorbachev actually if Gorbachev's reforms went through without the Soviet Union collapsing, then Russia today might actually be a better place than what it was, back then. It probably would have transitioned to a more free market, economy, but because Russia had just their economy completely collapsed, basically went in the gutter. Their country was just, complete poverty and ruin in the 90s. It's easy to understand why Russia basically fell to dictatorship. Not really, Deathstormer. I tend to stay away from politics. It was just a guy asked me about communism earlier, which I don't really think that's. I don't think it's really political to be against an authoritarian ideology, personally. But Patrick, that wasn't real communism. I think you're trolling when you say that, though, Neon. I don't think you're being serious. But it's yeah, we've heard people say that it's we've heard people say that it's a that it's not real communism. But name me one real communist country and you can't. It's just like every single communist country is a disaster. It just always is. Hey, since you said 50 Cent was like your favorite rapper, do you love that they have In the Club and Out of Control by him in the game? In this game? 50 Cent has songs in this game? I had actually never really even noticed, Brandon. Thank you for the super chat. What station is it on right now? West Coast Classics, though. Is China a capitalist economy with communist authorities? What I will say about China is, China is what I would say a socialist market economy. That's what I would basically describe China as. Because China is pretty much a command economy. And the thing about this is, when you think about it, China's economy today, I'm not saying it's ideology, like it's ideology, but more its economy. You know what China's economy is kind of similar to? China's economy is kind of similar to Nazi Germany. I'm not talking about the ideology of it. The ideology of the two countries is very different, where Nazi Germany was like, white supremacist, fascist, ultranationalist state. But their economies, the way they do business, is a bit similar, because Germany had somewhat of a free market economy, but it was tightly controlled by the state. And the corporations were allowed to exist, companies were allowed to exist in Nazi Germany, but they would report directly to the state and they would work for the state, where under communism there is no private companies, everything's controlled by the government. So that's the big difference between fascism and communism, is that under fascism some companies are allowed to exist, but they report to the government and they're meant to basically benefit the government. And that's kind of how China's economy works in a way, is that you have companies that come in there, and there's companies that exist in China, private enterprise, but they have to report to the government. And the thing about this is, if those companies do one thing that the Chinese government does not like, the Chinese government will seize that company and all of their assets. That's the risk of doing business in China. And that's what was similar in Nazi Germany, is that if a company did something that the government did not like, they would basically just seize the entire company. So that is, that's what I would say. It's still, I would say that China is still a controlled economy, but it's not like controlled as like Cuba and North Korea, for example. But it's still a somewhat of a controlled economy. Okay. Deliver right here. Would I visit North Korea? No. What do you think of Hassan calling streaming more soul-crushing than retail? No. This is not, there are some parts of streaming that can get a little stressful, but it's nothing compared to the stress that you encounter in retail. Like, you know, the most amount of stress that I encountered recently in streaming was I had this idiot on my bully stream that he came into my bully stream and he basically had like swastika avatars and he kept posting like racist, anti-Semitic things in the chat constantly, racist things against Polish people as well. And I kept banning him from the chat, and he just kept coming back with like more swastika like avatars. He made like 10 accounts, and I just kept banning them and banning them. And that's like while that is a horrible experience that I had to deal with, that is still not as bad as like, you know, working in retail and like, you know, encountering like customers verbally abusing you, or like, you know, having a scumbag manager like, you know, having you do overnight truck, lifting all these huge heavy crates all night and not even helping you at all. So while there are some parts of streaming that can be a little stressful, it's still nothing compared to like, you know, what you deal with in retail, because in when I'm dealing with like a stressful person in my chat, if I'm dealing with somebody that's like being a complete scumbag, being toxic and racist and all that other stuff, I can just kick them out of the chat. I can ban them. I don't have to deal with them anymore. That's what I did on the bully stream. I kept banning the guy. But like when you're working in retail and you're dealing with like a toxic customer that's like verbally abusing you, you know, you can't just time them out of chat. You know, it doesn't work like that. You have to just sit there and just take the abuse from them. So that guy, I'll tell you something. That guy, I never liked that guy, that Hassan guy. Like, you know, the guy just he lives in like some big fancy mansion, and all he does is he complains about capitalism, and he also, you know, I think he also made comments that America deserved 9/11. I think he said that like years ago. So like, I never liked that guy, honestly, to tell you the truth. I always thought him to be like an entitled scumbag. I think Dark Viper AU also hates him too. So there's like, I've never liked that Hassan guy, honestly. Okay. Deliver here. Which Ace Attorney case is your favorite and why? My favorite case so far, because I haven't played Apollo fully, my favorite case in Apollo so far has been the one with Waki Kitaki. That was my favorite one. My favorite one in the original Ace Attorney games, I would say, is the 5th case in the first game. The one with Joe Dark, that was my favorite one, and like the Police Chief Gant. Hey Pro, I just wanted to let you know that you inspired me to make content, make YouTube content, and I thank you for that, man. And keep inspiring more people. Thank you, Austin. Thank you for the super chat. Thanks, man.
Pardon me. That was rude.
Thank you, Austin. I wish you luck on your channel. People who say that retail is easy work, I guarantee you they wouldn't last a day in retail. And here's the thing is, guys, is, when Hassan makes that idiotic comment that, like, working in, working on, streaming is more stressful than working in retail, ask Hassan who gets paid more. You know, him or the average retail worker, because Hassan is a multi-millionaire. So that's like, so that's not, you know, the guy's an idiot.
Why is it that all the married ones are taken?
Never mind.
What is your favorite thing in the old Saints Row games? The customization. The customization has always been my favorite thing about the Saints Row games.
Trying to pick my pocket, asshole?
Would I rather work security or retail? Now he's gonna make endless videos on me. I don't care. I honestly don't care. And even if he does make videos on me, all that's gonna do is gonna give me more views. So honestly, I don't care if Hassan makes a video attacking me.
I'm moving to Vice City.
You fucking idiot.
Which news outlet do you think spreads the most propaganda? I'm not gonna really get into that WRV because I don't really get into politics. I stay away from that on this channel, so not really gonna, you know, get into that. My brother wanted to start a retail job. I told him you regret that. Oh, well, it's not a bad job to have, like, as a starter one. But I hope it, you know, I hope he doesn't stay there for too long. I missed a super chat. Let me see here. If I did, I'm sorry. Will GTA 6 have Red Dead Redemption 2 fighting shooting mechanics? The shooting mechanics, I don't know, but the fighting is probably going to be very similar. Hey, Pro, I think the average retail worker makes more than the average streamer. No. It really depends. If you're like a new streamer with only a few hundred subscribers, then yeah, the average, you know, retail worker is probably gonna make more than you. But you know, if you got like, you know, if you got 100,000 subscribers, you know, you're gonna be making way more money than just the average retail worker. Damn. Are you a millionaire? No, I'm not. I think retail is the same everywhere, no matter the country. I'll tell you though that some retail workers have it a lot easier in different countries. In Europe, for example, cashiers are allowed to sit in Europe. They can sit, where in America they're not allowed to sit. That's because in America it's seen as laziness in America. That's what it's seen as. So cashiers aren't allowed to sit because of that. What I will say though is, while American retail workers, I would say, have it rough compared to a lot of other Western countries, I learned in school, in college, that America actually has the best customer service in the world. So if you compare America to like customer service in like a lot of other countries, America has actually the best customer service. My teacher once said that the country that has the worst customer service in Europe is Germany. I don't know if that's true, but that's just what my teacher said. He says that Germany is on record for having the worst customer service, but I would have to look up where he got that information from, but...
Sorry wouldn't kill you.
I'm just repeating what my teacher said in college. He said that Germany has the worst customer service in Europe. I don't know if it's true or not. That's just what my teacher said once, but...
My new thing is 1930s Bulgarian cinema.
No problem. Okay, WRV, let's go do your heist. And then after we're done with your heist, I'm going to help unconverting of his heist. Let's do that.
Look at that. All deliveries.
Sorry, clumsy of me. Christ alive! Is this
Which hunters are the best dialogue in Manhunt 1? I like the War Dogs, their dialogue. WRV, invite me and I will help you. Okay, I'm ready whenever you are, WRV, for that heist. Let's do it then. How do YouTubers make their ads? Mostly, make their money mostly by ads, yes. I worked in retail last year for 6 months. My boss laid me off because he wanted to reduce the number of staff. I'm not happy about that because I wanted to keep working to get some money. Well, invite me then, WRV. We'll do it really quick. Just invite me and I'll help you get the getaway cars. Yes, we'll do your heist after. Yeah, the hoods are probably the least evil. There's just like a bunch of gangsters in the streets. Did I ever consider joining the military? At one point, I did. Would you rather have Mega Man Legends or Ace Attorney 7? Mega Man Legends. Been waiting for that game for so long. Mega Man Legends 3.
Getaway vehicles, huh? They're perfect, untraceable. They're not even legally in the U.S. Some illicit importers are bringing them through LS.
Do you know how to speak Russian? No, my father speaks Russian. I don't understand. I barely understand it. I understand some words. Sometimes when Russians will be speaking, I'll understand some of the words they're saying in it, but not everything in it.
Looks like these smugglers have already started to unload the containers. Makes the logistics somewhat easier, but be ready for some fighting.
I love seeing you in Sopranos comment sections. Thank you. Yeah, I love the Sopranos. Love making comments on those videos. Okay, hang on a second. What is your background? What do you mean? What are my views on warehouse jobs? They can be good and bad. Depends on what you do. Some jobs will have you basically break your back for them. great. Forgot about this. No, I don't think so, Rex. Mikey Palmas or Richie Aprile, who was better? Richie Aprile was bigger scumbag than Mikey Palmas. Thank you, Luke AV. Do the heist with 3 people, WRV, because we can get everything done with just 3 people, too. He made What If GTA protagonists were charged for their crimes? Oh, that one. What do you think about apps like Temu and Shine? Well, I don't know what Shine is, but Temu, I know what that is. That's that app that like gives you like those there's like those cringy commercials about like really cheap stuff that you can buy. A lot of that stuff is manufactured in China, and people say that a lot of it is a scam. But what I will say about it is what I'll say about it is even if that stuff isn't a scam, that stuff is basically produced for pennies. You know, compared to the workers are basically paid such little compared to workers in other countries. So a lot of that stuff is basically like, I don't know if it's made in sweatshops, but a lot of that stuff is the workers are paid very little to none for that stuff. Thank you, Super Mario. Why are most games in the mid 2000s dark? GTA 4, Resident Evil 4, Medal of Honor, H. Well, those games games in general just used to be a lot darker in the past. Hey, Pro, I'm sorry I'm an hour late. I'm currently outside for a long walk. I don't think I can hop okay today. You mean hop on? But I'll try to stay and hang out with you. Okay, Nikki. And to answer your question further, the reason I think that games aren't as dark anymore, I think the primary reason for it is political correctness. That's what I think. I think people are too sensitive these days, and I think political correctness plays a big role in that. Because just think about like Manhunt today. Like, let's say that Rockstar took Manhunt 2, right? The uncensored version, and tried to remaster that. Like, let's say they tried to make a remake of that exact same game, like brand new engine, but the exact same story and everything in Manhunt 2. If that game came out today, like, I don't think that game would even be allowed to be made today. Like, that game would be canceled so fast. There would be people freaking out about it. People are just too sensitive. The best April Capo, Ralph, Richie, or Vito? Honestly, Vito, because Vito caused the least amount of problems, I would say. You know, yeah, I would say Vito, because what happened to Vito, that wasn't really a problem. That was more a problem they made, the Mafia made, not Vito. So Vito actually was the most chill compared to the three of them, Ralph, Richie, and Vito, and he caused the least amount of problems. And he also, Vito made the most money out of all three. You know, Vito made double what Ralph and Richie made. I speak both Polish and Russian. Some customers used to call me a serf at my old retail job. Like a serf? You mean like a peasant? I'm sorry that I'm sorry that they say that to you, Golden Stripe. I'm yeah, I'm really sorry for that. And can you explain to me do those customers speak directly Polish and Russian to you? Like, what's the backstory behind that? I think you have to quit and rejoin. Did you load in WRV? Did you load in? Oh, no, Manhunt Pro. That's what Manhunt means. Oh, MH means. Oh, okay, Manhunt. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna... I left the game. I'm not in the lobby. Wonderful. Okay, hang on a second here.
Terminated.
Okay, hang on. Basically, at my old job, the customers used to get pissed off and say that I was a dumb serf. What? Well, like you said, you speak, let me see, what languages did you speak? You speak Polish and Russian. So, like, how was it customers would speak that directly to you? I'll wait for your invite, WRV. Just invite me. Did I ever have fights in my retail job? No, Oh, invite again, WRV, please. It disappeared. One of my coworkers, she got pushed into an end cap once by a customer shoplifting. So she got assaulted, and that's probably battery as well. But we never had, like, an actual, like, fist fight. Also, I hope you're doing okay, brother, especially your mental health. As a man struggling with mental health, I'm here to support you, man. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I hope that you're well as well, Nikki. Send it again, WRV, please. It disappeared. I don't know, AIM. You know, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you guys something crazy. One of my best friends in real life. He worked in retail. Well, I guess technically it's retail. It is Pep Boys, the auto shop store, which is, I guess you count that as retail too, even though it just says auto parts. It still technically is a form of retail. But he worked in that, and what happened was he met this guy that was like this customer once that was saying, like, I would say more like offensive things to him. Like, it was like they were both the same race, but it was more like they were saying like offensive things to him, because my friend, his father is from Mexico, and so my friend, his first name is actually Hispanic, and what happens is his father raised him speaking English, so he didn't speak any, Spanish to his father growing up, and so he has a very limited understanding of Spanish. He understands some phrases, but he largely does not speak Spanish. And so there was a customer who walked up to him one day, and because my friend has a Hispanic first name, the customer started speaking Spanish to him, like asking him where stuff is. And he said to him, "I don't speak Spanish. I only speak English." And that customer had a temper tantrum. Like, that customer started freaking out, like, got really pissed. And that customer started speaking English to him. So the customer fully understood English. Like, there was no, it wasn't like a language, problem. So the customer also spoke English. But the customer assumed that because he had a Hispanic first name, that he knew how to speak Spanish, when that wasn't the case. And so the customer started, criticizing him, telling him that he has a Hispanic first name, but he doesn't know how to speak Spanish, and was basically like saying that he's a disgrace to him and all this other stuff. And I was like thinking, like, that's horrible. That's stupid. Like, just because the guy my friend had a Spanish first name, this customer was assuming that he speaks Spanish, and when he didn't speak Spanish, he got all pissed off at him and saying like that it's a disgrace and all this other stuff. I don't know why that customer was getting so pissed, but that was like a month before my friend quit that job, because he couldn't take it anymore, because he dealt with so many rude, nasty customers. But that was that. Okay, great. I think I'm stuck in the screen again. I have a Czech first name, but I'm not even part Czech. Yeah. And I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what that customer's problem was. I'm stuck again. Yeah, it looks like it. Thank you, Christine, and thank you, Gilherm Olivera. Tell us if I'm reading your name correctly. Did I miss your super chat? I'm sorry, DHC. Let me see here. I watched your retail video twice, and I totally relate to you. My last 3 jobs were terrible, and I had enough. Now my job is calmer, no hard labor, and nobody around me. Well, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, DHC. I'm glad that you're in a much more calmer environment, and that it's working out for you. Okay, hang on a second. WRV, I'm gonna rejoin your heist. Can you please invite me through the menu? Like, don't invite me through the PSN invite. To send me like an invite on my phone, please. What does surf even mean? Is it like a term or something? Surf is an offensive word. If somebody is calling you a surf, that is not a nice thing. Like, surf isn't directly like a racist word. At least I'm pretty sure it's not. But surf basically means, like, in medieval times, surfers were basically like those peasants that like worked on the farm fields. They were like the guys who basically worked for the Lord. So like they would work directly for the Lord, and the Lord would come in and take like 70% of their crops. So serfs were, basically those peasants in medieval times that did whatever they were told. And by basically somebody calling you a serf, they're basically calling you like a peasant and saying that you do whatever you're told. That's basically what it is. It's not a nice word to be called. It's a pretty offensive word. So, if somebody is calling you a serf, I would just I would tell them, don't call me that. And if they call you that again, just do what I did when if they call you that again. Just say like, I'm not helping you anymore. Like, if they're rude to you when you're trying to help them, you just say to them like, sir or ma'am, I'm trying my best to help you. If you continue being rude to me, or you keep calling me names, I'm not going to help you. And if they keep being rude to you, just walk away and just tell them, find somebody else. I told you that if you keep being rude to me, you will I will not help you. And if the manager complains to you and says like, why did you walk away? You just tell them like, I'm not taking this abuse. I'm trying to help the guy and he keeps insulting me. So that's what I would say to him is, stand for yourself, is, don't let these people roll over you. Okay. Hey man, I think I've asked you this before, but you want to do a podcast to discuss our mental health on GTA 6 things we want? I could do that one day with you, Nikki. Yeah, we could do something like that together. Thank you for the super chat. I don't actually know what that means, Flaming Eel. I'm assuming it's probably an offensive word as well. What is the... It's cash? Okay. I think we can do this. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't know why that customer was, all pissed at my friend. So for anybody that missed the story is, my friend who used to work in Pep Boys, my friend has a Hispanic first name, but he doesn't speak Spanish. And there was a customer that started speaking Spanish to him, and he told the customer that I don't speak Spanish, and the guy immediately started speaking English to him. So the guy knew how to speak English fine, but he was getting all pissed at my friend for having a Hispanic first name but not knowing how to speak Spanish. And that personally, I don't get what the problem with that is. It honestly reminds me of this guy that I met like on Call of Duty 4 like years ago. There was a Polish guy that I met on Call of Duty 4, and I told him that I'm a Polish American. And what was weird is he asked me about my religion, which I thought that was a bit weird. But basically, I told him that I'm an agnostic, and he didn't know what that was. And I basically had to explain to him what that is. And he basically said, so you're not a Catholic? And I said, no, not really. Like, I mean, I see the possibilities, but, not completely. And he basically got all pissed at me, telling me how can I be, Polish and not be like a Catholic and all this other stuff. So I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? It's like, Polish is an ethnic group. It's like Poles can be any religion they want. So it's like, I don't get personally the issue there, but he was getting all pissed over something so stupid and meaningless. It's like there are ignorant people out there that think that because you are they think that because you are from they're the same ethnic group as them, that you have to have all the same similarities as them, but that's just not true. Not all Polish people are Catholics. Yeah, that's the thing is like close to half of my family are actually Muslim, because my family's a Polish Tatar family on my dad's side, which is the Tatars are basically people that came from Central Asia like hundreds of years ago. And when I basically tell them like half of my family is Muslim, they're like, some people like get confused by that. They're like, but aren't you Polish? I'm like, yeah. And they're just generally confused with it. It's like not all Polish people are Catholics. So yeah, my aunt my aunt she was the oh crap, hang on. Damn, I messed. That was me. I'm sorry, guys. I messed it up here. Just restart it. We'll just restart here again. Yeah, but I have there are just so many religions that are in my family. So my grandma she is my grandma was Muslim. She passed away a couple years ago. My great aunt in Poland, she's Muslim. My uncles, my father is like neutral in religion, basically. Like he leans more towards believing. He's more leaning towards Christianity. My two uncles, my third uncle, I'm not sure what his religious views were, because I never asked him about that. He passed away years ago. But my second uncle, he's still alive. He's an atheist. But my aunt, who married my father's brother, she came from a Jewish family in Poland, but she doesn't believe in Judaism anymore. She's an atheist. But my Yeah, and everyone on my mom's family is mostly everyone on my mom's family is Catholic. Like, my mom comes from a very, you know, religious Catholic family, but my father's family is just, like, really mixed.
Heads up, CCTV ahead. The stun gun should disable the camera for a while. Or go old school and time your run. Hey, before they go to the vault, today's takings are stored near where you are.
Oh, how did I get detected here? Restart this one time here.
It's a two-room system. One of you needs
So, most of your relatives are from ex-Soviet republics? No. My family is entirely Polish. But on my father, but here's the thing is, my family is Polish, but my mother's side of the family are Polish Slavic. My father's side of the family are Polish Tatars, so they're Tatars. They are the Tatars are Poles. They're called the Lipka Tatars. They are, you know, an ethnic group that lives in Poland. They're largely Muslim. They came from Central Asia like hundreds of years ago. Like, you know, during the Mongolian conquests, they actually entered Poland during the Mongolian conquest because they were part of the Mongolian army. And when the Mongolian Empire collapsed, a lot of them stayed in Poland, and so they're descended directly from them.
You'll need to find the fuse box on the side.
So that's for people that are a bit confused by that.
Quickly, get through. Heads up.
But Tatars are a very small minority in Poland. I think there's only like 10,000 of them. There's much more Tatars that are in Russia. Russia and Ukraine has much more Tatars, but it's Okay, how do we keep getting detected here? This is ridiculous. I'm not blaming anyone, by the way. This is just the AI in this game. One more try here. Okay, we're gonna get this done here now. So you're part Mongolian? No. No, it's the Tatars are not Mongols. At least not. There's like different groups of Tatars. They're not. How would I say? They're oftentimes compared to Mongols, but they come from mostly from Central Asia. That's where they're mostly from, is Central Asia. They're not Tatars are more closely related to Turks than to Mongolians, so they're closer to Turks than they are to Mongolians. If anybody, I'm trying to think of a game. Oh yeah, if anybody has ever played the game Kingdom Come Deliverance, Kingdom Come Deliverance is like a medieval game that takes place in Bohemia, which is, you know, modern day Czech Republic today. But it's but about it in that game, there are these enemies called the Cumans. The Cumans are I'm pretty certain the Cumans are Tatars. That is because
The stun gun should disable the camera for a while.
yeah.
Or go old school and time your run.
Okay, get this here. Okay.
The key card's earning its keep, huh?
Are you a Reddit atheist? What is that supposed to mean? No. I'm an agnostic.
Or go old school and time your run. Hey, before they go to the vault, today's takings are stored near where you are. It's up to you, but might be worth a detour. It's
Is that guard dead? What happened to the guard that was on that side? Okay.
button in the security room. The other runs through and grabs the cash. The cash is on the cart. Don't get distracted. This is just a starter. Only one way down from here. One step at a time. I need my inhaler just listening to you. Okay, here we are.
Okay.
At last, the lower level. Naturally, it's heavily guarded. All right, the camera
Okay.
just went down.
I can see you, Blade. WRV and everyone, stay back right now.
At the same time, they'll hit
Stay
the
back.
alarm.
I triggered
These people aren't
I triggered the guards. Get back, get back.
many cameras at once. Security will know something's up.
Okay, I think we're good here. Okay. Okay, he's down. Go, cross.
Key cards sure coming in handy, huh? You're so close. See that security checkpoint? The man trap is just beyond it. Without
WRV, careful, you're... Okay. That's a glitch. Sometimes sometimes they can shoot you for a little bit and they won't detect you. Okay, here we go. Do it.
We need one person with a vault key card at each terminal. Let's go. Get everyone inside the man trap now. I can keep the first door open until you're set. Okay, so far so bueno. Push on to the vault. Ha! Looks like the guard at the vault room isn't there. Happy days. I know this is a special moment for you down there, but trust me, it's about to get a lot more special on the other side of that door. Break out the laser drill, let's do this! The lock mechanism should melt like butter. You just need to target the weak points. Don't rush. If you push the drill too hard, it'll overheat. We're not on a time limit until we're inside. There's disc 2. Hurry! I want to see the inside of that vault. And number 3.
Oh, you've already beaten me. Nice. You did it quicker than me.
Okay, right side's all done.
Okay, I am getting all the money on the left side. You hear me? The money that's in the middle. Leave the money in the middle for last. Do not get the money in the middle first. Leave it for last. Get the money in the cages first. Cage money first.
Cash on the carts. Grab it. Good news. Seeing as we stayed under the radar, we have a little more time.
Can't see how I can, What is your opinion on cryptocurrency? I don't like it. I think it's sketchy.
The system goes quiet for too long, it triggers the alarm as a failsafe. And, did I mention that if the alarm goes off in here, they'll flood the place with nerve agent? No? Okay, well, I'm mentioning it now. There's a set of lockboxes in here. Drill them if you've got the time, but I can't promise you there'll be anything good inside.
Damn, double cage. Okay. This sucks right now. Okay. I think we can get all the money with 3 people if we push it. We should be good. Oh, okay. Okay, WRV, get H once you get that open. I'm getting A then. Okay. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. It's gonna be close. We can do it. Okay.
40 seconds.
15 seconds, we leave.
seconds. Perfect. Now get out before they smell a rat.
Okay, go. Let's go. Let's get out. We did really good anyways.
Gas
Does it...
incoming. 10 seconds. Time's up. The alarm is set to go.
We did really good.
In and out
Okay.
undetected. Who would have thought it?
Do it.
People,
Swipe.
that is the mother load. We cleaned them out. You really cleaned up down there, you know? They're not gonna know what hit them. Except for the insurance bill.
Okay, let those two guys leave.
You know, if we pull this off, it'll be the crown jewel of my career. The hardest achievement on the console.
Wait for that camera to turn. Okay.
You did good down there. This is gonna be a nice little payday and a whole lot of smug satisfaction. All right, the camera just went down. It'll be back online soon.
Okay, there we go.
Remember, if you bring down too many at the same time, they'll hit the alarm. Listen up, we have bad news and good news. The bad news is they did a spot check on the vault, so they know it's been robbed. The good news is they have no
Door's
idea
open.
who or how. The cops are on their way, but you can
Wait.
still make it out undetected if you do exactly what I say. If you're caught now, the shit really hits the fan. Must be tiring running around with all that loot. I've missed this. Quick and clean. Very nice.
Oh crap. Wait, no, W. Crap. Hopefully it didn't trigger the alarm. I was trying to shoot that guy because he was about to spot you. Manhunt 2 is a lot of fun. I like it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get detected. The Suffering. That's actually a game that people have recommended to me, yes.
Only thing that matters is making it to your ride.
Ah, crap.
They know the vault's been hit, but they don't know who you are or where you are. They have patrols sweeping the whole place, and all the civilians have been evacuated. So if they see you, they'll know it's you. So just stay out of their way, keep your cool, and get to the buyer. The driver has the getaway car in position. I've pinged you the GPS. Get to the buyer, don't bring the cops, and we're home free.
Go around here. Yeah, I didn't even know Manhunt 2 had gun executions. I was very surprised about that. Come on, how much longer am I gonna have these cops on me? There we go.
Fire here so much as a siren, this whole thing goes up in smoke. Lose the cops. What a night. Excuse me while I take a moment to bask in the glow of my own genius. Feel free to join me. This was the high point of a career full of nothing but high points. Lester Crest is back, baby. Looks like the house doesn't always win after all.
Okay, sorry I wasn't reading the chat there, guys. I was just trying to escape from these cops. Ah, I was doing so good on the driving there. Do I like seafood? Oh yeah, I love seafood. Yeah, here's the thing is, guys, I was just doing the executions that were in Manhunt 1, the controls were a little different, and so I was just doing the basic executions, but I didn't know that you could do other executions that I didn't know. So I knew that you have to hold lock on and then square, and then once you release it, then you'll do the execution. That's the Nice jump, Pat. Thank you. Yeah, the Ace Attorney trilogy is fun, especially if you've never played it before. Who would win, Victor Vance or Ramirez for Manhunt? Victor Vance, I would say. Okay, good work, everyone. Okay, let me help, unconverting with his, heist now. That's who I'm gonna help next. Here. Big fan of your videos. Keep it up. Thank you, man. Do you prefer drip feed content or we get most of the content on release? Honestly, I know this might sound like a really popular thing, but I prefer drip feed content, and the reason is because I get to enjoy the DLC more over time, but also because it's easier for me. It might be better for you guys to get all the content at once, but it's easier for me as a YouTuber, to be honest with you. Drip feed is easier for me, and the reason it's easier for me is because when there's drip feed content, I can focus on just one specific topic, and then I can, you know, work on the next thing whenever that's released. Because if everything is released, I'm basically rushing to get everything out before everyone else does, and so then that stresses me out. And I'm also doing other projects, because I don't just play GTA Online. I play a lot of other games, so I'm doing projects at the same time for other games, and there's so much other stuff that's, you know, being released. That's why I don't mind drip feed, because it's easier for me to do content than. Are you sure about that, B, Vios? They take drip feed too far sometimes. I agree with you, yeah. I think drip feed does go too far, definitely sometimes. Okay, I'm just waiting for Unconverting's invite. Lloyd, I can probably help you another time. I just promised Unconverting that I would help him. So I'm just waiting for Unconverting's invite.
Take care.
What do you think of Sniper Elite 5's authentic difficulty? Yeah, it's definitely challenging. Oh, is this Cayo Perico we're doing? Okay, give me the least cut. I just want to help. Yeah, this is. I'm already telling this is gonna be bad. Not saying that anyone in here is bad. I'm just saying this heist gets annoying. This used to be the best heist in the game. This used to be the meta thing, but now it's now this is the most annoying heist. Well, besides the originals, but. Honestly, the things that piss me off about this heist the most is the guards, not even the money at this point, it's just the guards. Did I ever get #1 in the leaderboard in Kane Lynch multiplayer? No, I got close, but never got #1.
GPS locked. I have your position. I will also access compound CCTV to see you when you are there. Knock, knock, Mr. Rubio. Guess who is back again? The drainage pipe is dead ahead.
There's a next GTA 6 trailer too gonna happen with the song Ring My Bell. Have you heard? No. Where are you getting this information from, Nikki?
Alright, see you in maintenance room.
Are you talking about the oil rig mission in Modern Warfare 2? Yeah, Pavel isn't as annoying as Lester. Oh, we already got a key card. Okay.
I will assume you made it through the uncharted tunnel and into the den
Whoa.
of militiamen. Good. Things are going according to plan.
Oh my god.
Let's see what he has
Oh.
this time.
Retry. This is so stupid. Like, the guy climbs over the wall. Like, that's so dumb.
Well, judging from the lack of terrified screams, I will assume you made it through the uncharted tunnel and into the den of strung-out militiamen. Good. Things are going according to plan, huh? Now, let's see what he has for us in the vault this time. Be careful in this area. Mr. Rubio's personal bodyguards, they know their soldiers, and they will know you are not one of them, no matter what uniform you are wearing.
¿Dónde está Johan? Tenía que entregarme las llaves.
Acaba de irse. Hace nada estaba preguntando por usted.
Fuck you!
Oh no.
¡Se le acabaron las vidas, hijo de puta! ¿Le dieron? No te puede quedar así de mierda.
Is he not talking tonight? No, I'm talking. I'm here. We were just focusing on this heist, but this heist is annoying. Ring My Bell Spotify shows a GTA 6 logo and a video speculating. May have heard of it, but I could be wrong, though. Okay, Nikki. The families from Vice City are real or purely fictional. Fictional. I don't know if the Forellis and Leonis are based on any real families. I'm not sure on that. I know the Grove Street and Ballas are based on Crips and Bloods, but I don't know what if Leonis and Forellis are based on anything. Does anybody know in the comments, are the Leonis and the Forellis based on any real mafia families? Have I ever watched the anime version of Ace Attorney? Yes, I have. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, kill as little guards as you possibly can.
Well, judging from the lack of terrified screams, I will assume you made it through the uncharted tunnel and into the den of strung-out militia.
Kill as little guards as you can.
Good.
Fernando's right.
Going according to plan, huh? Now, let's see what he has for us in the vault this time. You're in the area where Mr. Rubio's personal bodyguards operated. These men will know every soldier under their command. No
Don't kill that guy. Maybe just leave him alone. Oh, okay.
¿Dónde está Johan? Tenía que entregarme las llaves.
Acaba de irse. Hace nada estaba preguntando por usted.
Good thinking. Always check the safe.
Okay.
Do not give up on a locked door. Why not ask a guard nicely for the key?
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Bravo!
1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay. Do I prefer DMZ over Warzone? Yes. I like DMZ a lot. I like DMZ. Bro, I know you're hyper-focused, but I reunited with my cousin in Animal Crossing, and she is pissed that I'm still catching legendary fish while she gets bashed and trash. Oh, I don't know anything about that game much. I do know that that's the game that Tagback TV really likes that game. I know that. I watched him before, but I don't know the Okay, I'm gonna get this in the meantime then. While you guys are getting that, I'm getting this. Okay.
Okay, time to focus, yes. This display case is bulletproof and bomb-proof. The only way in is the plasma cutter. One slip, you lose your finger. Big slip, well, just ask my uncle. But that looks expensive. You know, once in the Baltic Sea, the submarine was so cold, the plasma in my plasma cutter froze. And somehow it's still overheated. You know, he had this rock stolen from the Libertonian in Liberty City. Normally it's the museums doing the stealing, right? Not this time.
Yeah,
Bad news. They have sealed the
a lot of
doors by
things that museums have actually been stolen during colonial times. So when you see a lot of stuff in museums, it's actually been stolen by empires during colonial periods in history.
Heads up. Fresh cards inbound.
I don't know if they're based on Corleones. The name is kind of similar, but the Corleones aren't incompetent. The Leones are at times.
See anything you like on the way out. Do not be shy. Help yourself. You must enter them at the same time.
Oh. Okay. Let's go. Let's leave. Okay. Here we go. Would I want to live in Cayo Perico or Guarma from Red Dead Redemption 2? Neither on Guarma is basically a slave colony island by Cuba, and then it's and then Cayo Perico is run by some crazy cartel boss. And here's the thing is, even if you work for Rubio, even if you're just like one of his guards, he's gonna have your head the moment something goes wrong. Okay, I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna do a different thing. You guys go out through the water. I'm gonna see if I can escape by plane. Oh crap.
Hey, before you take off, aren't you forgetting something? That control tower we scoped. As long as it is functioning, we cannot escape the air defenses.
The second that they escape, Rubio's helicopter is gonna come after me and go after me over here. This is ridiculous. This is why I hate GTA NPCs. I hit him, like, you know, going, like, what, 40 miles per hour with this, you know, with this Humvee, and the guy's still alive after that. That's BS.
This is my kind of engineering.
Come on, come on.
So simple, so easy to bypass. This is how you use the tool. The wires on the left must be connected to the values on the right. Go from top to bottom. The values must add up to the target voltage. You can see that number in the middle.
Okay, now I can leave.
I can confirm the system is down, but remember, compound air defenses are independent. No way to take Almost there, but we cannot go home before everyone has made it. Is there a plane? Do not fly over compound. The air defenses there are still online.
Yeah, Cayo Perico, I would say, is a lot more fun when you try to escape other ways. Did you guys escape?
The water is full of attack boats. You will need to be careful. Okay, everyone has an exit. Now we regroup and head back north.
That was actually a lot more fun escaping by plane than by water. I'm playing PS5 version. I watched SpongeBob when I was a kid. I watched a lot of SpongeBob. Can you do a video on 8 Ball from GTA Guyanese? Thank you, man. Guyanese. Maybe. I would have to think about what I would do specifically about him. Maybe I could do a video like the story of 8 Ball. I always wondered what happened to 8 Ball after GTA 3. Can I have a shout out, Patrick? I've beaten Black Ops 1 on Veteran. I've gone all the way back to Black Ops 2 and I'm playing them in order of release. Oh, congratulations there, Phoenix. Check out Phoenix. He's the he's the channel there with the I think it's Japanese text in his name. 8 Ball is in GTA Advance. Oh, he is. Is there a helpful tip to beat World at War on Veteran? The helpful tip on the biggest tip that I can give you to beat World at War on Veteran is you have to keep moving. You have to literally keep moving, because if you stay in one spot for too long in Veteran, you're gonna get hit with like multiple grenades. Like the grenades are gonna spam at you. It's gonna be ridiculous. That's littering. Okay, okay, guys, so I guess I'll probably wrap up the stream here. I'll still stick around and answer any questions people have before I go. If you guys enjoyed the stream, drop a like if you guys enjoyed the stream. Is there anything you guys want to ask me before I go? Do you think Salvatore had 8 Ball killed because we never see 8 Ball after the first act? No, I don't think so. Well, maybe he was so paranoid he did decide to get rid of him too, but there's no proof for that.
Well, how was I supposed to know that? She's your daughter.
What caused the downfall of SpongeBob SquarePants? I don't know. I don't know what the reason. The new episodes aren't as good as the old ones. Like the old ones are so meme worthy. Like the old ones are just so good. Ghost Recon Wildlands. I'll do it later this year. Litter bugs is why I joined the force, huh? Thank you for the entertainment. Only have 3 hours left of work. Oh, thank you, DHC. Well, I hope that your shift goes quick for you and easy. Okay, Pro, gotta go. Cool hanging out with you. Remember, one thing. Michael and Claude are the same person. See you later. Have a good day, man. Well, I know you're trolling on the on Watch Mojo's video. I might do a video talking about that thing actually. But for people that don't know what I'm talking about, Watch Mojo is, if you know what Watch Mojo is like a channel that has millions of subscribers on YouTube. They made like 3 videos on this already, and it's getting me really annoyed. And I might do a video just calling out Watch Mojo because how stupid it's getting. But Watch Mojo is basically uploading like these videos where they're saying that Michael is Claude from GTA 3. So this Michael, they're saying he's Claude from GTA 3. That's what Watch Mojo is saying. They're saying it's a theory, and they're saying that there's evidence behind it. It's BS. It's the stupidest thing I've seen. Michael is Claude. It's like, that's one of the dumbest things I've honestly heard. It's like, how can you be a channel with like millions of subscribers and do something so stupid like that? Like have a theory like that. You call yourselves like experts on analyzing stuff, and like it's like saying that Michael is Claude. Yeah, I was trolling. See you later. I know you were trolling, Golden. It's fine, man. But yeah, that's like just look up the video, top 10 GTA theories that could be true, and then their #1 thing at the start is Michael is Claude. It's the stupidest thing ever. Michael is Claude. That's so stupid. Check out your poll. Oh, let me take a look at that. And yes, I agree with you. WRV cartoons in the past used to be better. Let's take a look at the poll. Let's see what the poll is now at. They will be horrible. That's the for people voted for it. Okay. Okay, well, I'll have a video talking about that, but Claude is a pretty heartless person, but I will have a video talking about the points that you made. I think the service will be similar to GTA 5, but I hope not. What sauce you like on wings? Mine is buffalo. I think the onion sauce, I don't remember what it is. The onion dipping thing, I think that's the one that I don't really eat chicken wings that often, honestly speaking. I prefer chicken tenders because I don't like chicken that has bones in it. I don't. I don't. Some people made fun of me because I ate chicken wings with a knife and a fork, but it's just I just don't like getting my hands greasy. That's just me personally. The young Deuce Corny narration? Wait, what do you mean? Which Ace Attorney character design is better? I don't know. I'm still playing through them. I haven't played through Apollo. I haven't finished it, but I'm gonna try to have it up tonight. Have I ever played Google Feud? No, I haven't. Sweet is on the is the radio guy in West Coast Classics. What? I need to drive and my hands are messed up, so you drive. I might be the dumb, but what does that mean? How can your hands get messed up after an explosion? Oh, yeah, chicken nuggets are fine. Well, you know what you could do, Golden, is you could record a Kane and Lynch video with me, because I'm going to be doing a video on Kane and Lynch 2 Dog Days, but it's going to be the PS3 version that we're going to be playing, the multiplayer. I just don't know when I'll get around to it, but we'll do that soon. Next Manhunt video, maybe tonight. But right now, I think I'm going to hit the gym, because I haven't hit the gym in some time. And then after that, probably going to make dinner. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, do drop a like. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful day, guys.